Hello, I'm Dr. Peter Greaney. Let me first remove what has become the most essential part of our wardrobe since March of this year. This is called personal protective equipment, and it could save your life. I know by now most people are probably fed up hearing about COVID-19 and have formed their opinion whether they believe it's serious or not. I'd like to explain it a little differently than what you might have heard in the past. First of all, it takes an exposure to inhale sufficient amount of the virus to cause disease. So you have this event, which I will call E, an exposure event. And then for a variable period of time, you go along until you exhibit symptoms. The symptoms can last anywhere from a few hours in a child to 5 to 6 weeks in adults, particularly if they have underlying asthma, diabetes, certain racial particulars such as African American or Latin American. So in explaining this in a different way, you have exposure, you get symptoms. As a result of having symptoms, you develop fever. 30% do not develop that fever, but fever signifies to me that the person is mounting a defense and trying to fight the virus. The first antibody to show is IgA. It only hangs around for a few days. The next antibody to show up is IgM. It is a big antibody capable of clearing many viruses. It peaks, however, somewhere around 10 to 20 days. Finally, showing up around day 14, but definitely by day 24, is IgG. And that tends to last for some time. For how long precisely, nobody knows. The presence of antibodies does not mean that you're immune to disease. The best test being nasopharyngeal. You could also do nasal, mid-palate, mid-nasal, and oropharynx, back of your throat, like the Strex swab. But also there are saliva-based tests. All of these are looking for presence of viral using an equipment called a PCR machine, polymerase chain reaction. The combination of frequent antigen or virus testing combined with knowing your status probably on a monthly basis is a definite path for going forward. But the only real way of protecting is frequent hand washing, wearing a mask, and social distancing. This virus can replicate 100,000 copies in 1 hour. So one viral particle at the end of one day can allow for 8 million copies. That's a lot of virus that you have to clear from your system. So again, be safe, wear your mask, and practice physical distancing. Thank you.